Elizabeth I's reign, spanning from 1558 to 1603, marked the golden age of the Tudor dynasty. Known as the Virgin Queen, Elizabeth's rule was characterized by remarkable cultural, political, and religious achievements. Her ascension to the throne came at a time of great turmoil and uncertainty, yet she managed to navigate these challenges with skill and determination, leaving an indelible mark on English history. Elizabeth first ascended to the throne on November 17, 1558, following the death of her half-sister Mary I. Elizabeth's path to the crown had been fraught with danger and uncertainty. As the daughter of Anne Boleyn and Henry VIII, her legitimacy was questioned by many, and her Protestant faith made her a target during Mary's Catholic reign. Despite these challenges, Elizabeth emerged as a symbol of hope and renewal for a nation weary of religious strife. Upon her ascension, Elizabeth faced several pressing issues: the religious division within the country, the threat of foreign invasion, and the need to establish her authority and legitimacy. Her coronation on January 15, 1559, was a grand affair, designed to reinforce her right to rule and to win the support of her subjects. The young queen's charisma, intelligence, and political acumen were soon evident as she set about addressing the challenges before her. One of Elizabeth's first and most significant acts as queen was to establish the Elizabethan religious settlement. This series of legislative measures sought to create a middle way between the extremes of Catholicism and Protestantism, aiming to unify the country under a single religious practice. The Act of Supremacy, 1559, re-established the Church of England's independence from Rome, with Elizabeth as its supreme governor. The Act of Uniformity, 1559, mandated the use of the Book of Common Prayer in church services and set out the structure of Anglican worship. The Elizabethan religious settlement was a pragmatic solution designed to minimize religious conflict. While it did not fully satisfy either Catholics or radical Protestants, it provided a framework for religious practice that allowed for a degree of tolerance and compromise. This settlement helped to stabilize the kingdom and reduce the risk of religiously motivated uprisings and persecution. Elizabeth I's reign is often referred to as the Elizabethan era, a period of cultural renaissance that saw significant advancements in the arts, literature, and exploration. The Queen herself was a great patron of the arts, and her court became a center of intellectual and artistic activity. One of the most notable figures of the Elizabethan literary renaissance was William Shakespeare, whose plays and sonnets remain some of the most celebrated works in the English language. The era also produced other literary giants such as Christopher Marlowe, Edmund Spenser, and Sir Philip Sidney. The flourishing of the theater, with iconic venues like the Globe Theatre, provided a vibrant cultural landscape that reflected the creativity and dynamism of the time. Exploration and expansion were also hallmarks of Elizabeth's reign. Adventurers such as Sir Francis Drake and Sir Walter Raleigh embarked on voyages that expanded England's knowledge of the world and laid the groundwork for the future British Empire. Drake's circumnavigation of the globe and Raleigh's expeditions to the Americas exemplified the spirit of exploration that characterized the period. Elizabeth's reign was not without its challenges and threats. The political landscape of Europe was volatile, with England facing threats from powerful Catholic nations such as Spain and France. One of the most significant external threats was the Spanish Armada in 1588, when King Philip II of Spain launched a fleet to invade England and overthrow Elizabeth. The defeat of the Spanish Armada was a turning point in Elizabeth's reign, bolstering her authority and national pride. The combination of strategic naval tactics, adverse weather conditions, and the resilience of the English fleet led to a decisive victory that secured Elizabeth's position and deterred further invasions. Internally, Elizabeth faced numerous plots and conspiracies aimed at her throne. The most famous of these was the Babington Plot of 1586, a Catholic conspiracy to assassinate Elizabeth and place her cousin, Mary, Queen of Scots, on the English throne. The discovery and foiling of the plot led to Mary's execution in 1587, a decision that weighed heavily on Elizabeth but was deemed necessary to secure her rule and the stability of the kingdom. Elizabeth's decision to remain unmarried and childless earned her the title of the Virgin Queen. This choice was both a personal and political strategy. By refusing to marry, Elizabeth maintained her independence and avoided the potential complications of foreign alliances or domestic power struggles that a marriage might bring. Her image as the Virgin Queen became a powerful symbol of her dedication to her country and her unique position as a female monarch. Elizabeth's court was filled with suitors and advisors, many of whom sought her favor and influence. Prominent figures such as Robert Dudley, Earl of Leicester, and Sir Walter Raleigh were rumored to be her favorites, but Elizabeth skillfully managed these relationships to maintain control and prevent any one individual from gaining too much power. The Queen's personal life was also marked by her deep sense of duty and the sacrifices she made for her country. She was known for her intelligence, wit, and formidable presence, traits that earned her the respect and loyalty of her subjects and advisors. Elizabeth I's legacy is one of remarkable achievement and enduring influence. Her reign brought stability and prosperity to England, laying the foundations for the future growth of the British Empire. The Elizabethan religious settlement established a framework for religious practice that endured for centuries, and the cultural renaissance of her era left a lasting impact on literature, art, and exploration. Elizabeth's ability to navigate the complex political landscape of her time, her refusal to marry, and her skillful management of her court and advisors all contributed to her success as a ruler. She transformed the image of monarchy, demonstrating that a female ruler could be as effective and formidable as any king. Her death on March 24, 1603, marked the end of the Tudor dynasty. With no direct heir, the throne passed to James VI of Scotland, the son of Mary, Queen of Scots, uniting the crowns of England and Scotland. Elizabeth's legacy, however, lived on, influencing generations of rulers and shaping the course of English history.